Now you can explain. So there's the, that's what's going to be the new keel.
Well, there's the old one down there.
Yeah, I'll double it.
Yep.
Along there and up there. There's the new one there, this darker outline. So I've made all that deadwood there. And the keel lead is going to be cast probably next week.
The old keel and centre case is made up of a steel box section which is bolted to the hull and an internal steel section. So how many of those do we take out?
It's 15.
The lower part is fastened with 15 galvanised steel bolts. So there were 15 after 30 years actually undid because he put in never cease and it never ceased. And there were all the bolts taken out, and that's galvanised steel after 30 years. Once the bolts are removed, the lower section should come away from the hull. Once the keel bolts had been removed, the old steel keel could be removed from the hull, towed out by the yard tractor and picked up for scrap. The new lead keel was cast in a local foundry and delivered to the site. Now the resurrection could commence, starting with the trimming of the timber bearers ready to fill the slot with new timber. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, as first there was a lot of old bilge gunge to clean, and guess who got the job? The new timber was glued in to fill the slot. Then doublers glued in each side of the old bearers to make them continuous. It's very sturdy looking, and the last doubler is to be glued in today, then the outside deadwood base glued to the hull. Great progress. Here's the team ready for the
Here's the team ready
for the glue.
We're about to start.
Can you explain what you're going to do?
No. Oh well, we're going to use the cold resin. We're going to mix it as quickly as we can. James is keen to go. Glue and some sawdust is going to go in it as well.
Then you can
Oh geez, it's certainly bloody thick with the... we didn't think that the glue would get so bloody thick with it getting cold. Too fast.
Are you putting powder in it as well?
Creates heat.
And what's your task, Colin?
The mixer.
I'm a stirrer.
Good mixing.
It's like making ice cream. Icing, isn't it?
The first dollop of goop to go in.
There you go, there must be. 2, 1.
How's this for multitasking, Roger?
2 pumps.
2. Oh, I think we just lifted the whole boat.
No. Want to go up the front a bit?
Yes, we've ooze. We've got ooze.
2. Don't drop it.
The rudder has been lengthened now that the keel is deeper to help control the boat. James will be able to hold the kite up now in 25 knots.
The starboard on the deck and in the sea, a harbour of humility. It's onward.
The glass unit looks good, with a hole for our rope, should the quadrant ever give way.
I'm sailing.
The hull is now being sanded to prepare for new paint to be applied by roller. So where's the colour come from on your shoulders?
Bit of sanding dust.
Bit of sanding dust.
Yeah, but
now
the
we're going to do
sun.
some sanding.
Yeah, good.
When there's no one by your side.
The tow rail and bowsprit have all been revarnished and sparkle in this never-ending summer sun. Work has also just started on sanding the cabin sides, ready for a revarnish.
Cradled rocking to the waves, but still I'm lonely. Salted lips and blistered.
Pete has been busy in the engine room, putting in insulation, a new battery box and new wiring. It's ready now for the new fuel tanks and engine. The keel bolts have all arrived and are now ready for installing. They're all made of 2205 stainless. Our boat is on fire at a marina in Okahu Bay, Auckland. Ship Commander Megan Rudder says the boat is well ablaze. She says 3 fire crews are battling the blaze. In the time it took the fire service to arrive, the boat was ablaze. Tamariki Drive was closed and we were all kept well back in case the propane gas cylinders aboard the boat exploded. We all breathed a sigh of relief when the fire was out and Tamariki was safe. With the last of the summer weather holding on into April, good progress was being made. The mast fittings were reattached, and Murray brought back the refurbished spreaders he had been working on, along with Lynn providing some welcome baking. The sanding of the cabin sides progressed well, although James says he now has his PhD in sanding and there is no more to learn. The shakes in the cabin sides were filled with glue and sanding dust and given a coat of resin. The colour they came out looks fabulous. In between times, there have been plenty of friends volunteering to help with some of the dirty work. The next job on the task list was to fiberglass the keel. Pete and James showed some good teamwork and what can be a very messy task.
Oh, I don't mind. Bloody resin's going off, we can't wait.
The finished job looks great. Inevitably, the endless summer sun disappeared. The grey skies and wind returned. Time for an inside job, and with the fiberglassing finished, it was time to get the keel bolts fastened. This involved pouring resin down the oversized holes with a special purpose pourer. Nice colour.
I don't know if I've got my qualification.
Then it was a plastic washer to separate the stainless washers from the bronze spreading plates. The nuts were put on and tightened up, and maximum force was applied. Yeah. How many James Newton meters do we pull?
James forces. Great.
This is a geological process. Great forces are applied slowly over a long time. The autumn thunderstorms arrived, giving Auckland much needed rain. While outside work was temporarily halted, Pete had plenty of work helping Devon make new aluminium fuel tanks.
Give us a grin, Dev, and tell us how happy you are to get rid of me.
The sun reappeared and the tanks were delivered. We had a few extra hands to help manoeuvre them into the engine room. Right. It's only done up by hand. Oh, you got business. You don't want to be rung.
Not at the moment. Oh, I know.
Oh, thank God, I was going to say, because we have to pull that out, otherwise it's going to...
With a bit of leverage and cajoling, Jane was able to get the nuts on the top fixing bolts and they were in. With winter not far away, attention moved to painting the hull. A 3-day weather window opened up, so with perfectly still conditions, the slightly extended crew took action. Protective Paint's Transmarine 343, a 2-pack polyurethane material to give excellent durability, colour and gloss retention, was used to paint the hull. Brushing thinners were used to help the application of the paint with the roller and the brush. 3 coats were applied, 1 a day. Fortunately, temperatures were still high enough to get a good set before the evening moisture settled on the hull. The finished result made the owners very happy. A new furler has arrived from Brazil and the rigger is underway on replacing the standing rigging. The next jobs waiting are to finish some glassing on the keel where the support blocks are, and of course the new engine.
seconds. Yes.
slave, make my way to the starboard. On the deck, an endless sea, a harbor of humility. It's onward and onward again. I'm sailing. 40 days since I've been gone, my ship's been wrecked, my sails are drawn, I'm rowing. I'm thinking of you and floating. But who will you love when there's no one by your side? Who will you think of tonight? All these stars to hold me, cradled, rocking to the waves, but still I'm lonely. Salted lips and blistered skin, the seas are salted, everything I'm holding. And those memories of